Yeah, I'm just going to say straight off the bat, Jasprit Bumrah, I think, makes this list undoubtedly. I don't even think it's a conversation we need to have. It is the best bowler of the modern era across formats. Nails Yorkers. Bro, just look at these numbers, okay? Incredible. 6.27 economy. He has 89 wickets, which is only one behind Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Hi everyone, welcome to SportsKhabri with me, Aradi and Rishi. Guys, time to rank down the top three bowlers in the shortest format of cricket of all time. We're looking at India. It's there's actually a few here you can talk about. I feel like there's probably like one standout bowler. Apart from that, there's really a conversation to be had here. It's going to be interesting how we approach this. It's not like Test cricket or ODI cricket where one person has sort of established themselves, made all the sort of headlines. And yeah, very, very interesting because we've got a number of bowlers on this list who are very close in terms of wickets, very close in terms of economy rates. And yeah, it's just going to be fun to see what you guys think about it. Yeah, I'm just going to say straight off the bat, Jasprit Bumrah, I think, makes this list undoubtedly. I don't even think it's a conversation we need to have. He's the best bowler of the modern era across formats. Nails Yorkers. Bro, just look at these numbers, okay? Incredible. 6.27 economy. He has 89 wickets, which is only one behind Bhuvneshwar Kumar and seven behind Yuzvendra Chahal, who have played more than 10 matches, who are 10 matches apart from Bumrah on the higher side. Insane numbers for him. I don't
It's
even know
just
what to say.
17.7 as a pacer who bowls in
Yeah.
the power play and in the
And
depth.
at the depth, exactly, man. And what a bowler. I don't think there's more we need to say. For me, easily top spot in any list. But yeah, if the Adi you want to have a conversation about just we can do
Tell
it.
me what his best bowling figures are. He's not had a 5 wicket haul. He's never had a 4 wicket haul in
Bro, his
international
best
T20
bowling
cricket.
figures are 3 for 7, which is
Yeah,
insane.
tell me what is Bhuvaneshwar's best figures. Bro, this guy has had zero 4 wicket hauls, zero 5 wicket hauls. Bro,
So
at the end of the day, I don't think he gets enough wickets in T20. And bro, I don't think he's the
Adi,
best
he's got
T20 bowler
89
ever.
wickets. He's got
I
89 wickets.
Bro, half of them are tailenders, man. I'm really sorry to tell. Like half the time I see Bumrah getting wickets, it's some half tailender coming in the end, getting some random guy out. Like, bro, I'm sorry to say, he has zero 4 wicket hauls and zero 5 wicket hauls, bro. That says how safe of a bowler he is in T20. I mean, it's boring, bro. For me, he's a great consistent bowler, but I don't think he's still ever like he. I don't think he's the best bowler ever to play T20 or like just overall in cricket also.
If you want to sip it.
I mean, bro, I think, at least for me, from what I've seen, he has to go down as the best modern day bowler we have produced. And like, in across formats, like the way he adapts himself, the way he just shuts down runs. Like we used to think about bowlers in one specific format who used to like do one thing. I feel Bumrah can do everything. Like you see, Australia had Peter Siddle who used to completely stop the run
Bumrah
flow.
can't swing the white ball, brother.
No, hear me out. Australia used to have, yeah, he can swing the ball, but regardless,
Not
uh,
at
Peter
Bro, he
all.
doesn't
Siddle.
need
Compared
to
to
swing the ball. That's insane. Like, imagine
that
he
is,
doesn't even need to swing the ball and he
yeah, but
still
doesn't mean he
does
can
the
do
job.
everything. I'm sorry. He's very
Man, he
one-dimensional.
can do the job even
Bro,
without swinging the ball. That
one
he's
thing,
a different
one
level.
thing, one thing I'll agree. He's the most consistent bowler I've ever seen in my life. But I can never sit and say Bumrah is, multifaceted bowler. He can do dynamic stuff. He's very one-dimensional. He does the same thing. He can do the same thing consistently. He has the same slower ball, same pace, line and length. Like that's it.
No, the
It's
guy
like
has
that,
an
bro. No,
insane slow
saying
ball.
Bumrah has the
Insane
same
slow ball.
slower ball is like saying Shane Warne has the only leg spin.
Flipper.
Like what the
Yeah,
hell? Like
exactly. Yeah.
No,
it's
that's
like you
different. My
can't just
point is, as
you
a
can't
pacer,
just
you can
say,
swing the ball, you can ball, like hard on the deck, bounces, etc. He doesn't do that, and he's not as
Adi, he
fast.
very much does balls bouncers.
No, he
He
doesn't.
Bumrah
literally
can't.
does. He's
Bro,
got one
I
of the
just don't think he
Exactly,
does
nastiest
it
bro.
good
short
enough
balls.
What are you
anyway.
He's
saying?
got one of the nastiest short balls there is in the modern game because it's
But
quick
I
and it
just
comes
don't
very
believe it
skinny.
is.
But sure, okay.
Bro, yeah,
Yeah,
like see,
I don't
you
think.
you want him to stop the run flow from one end, he does that. You want him to crank up the pressure and pick wickets from one end, he does that. Like I like at least now you see Australian Test bowling lineup. They have different players to do the different stuff. They have Hazelwood to stop the runs. They have Starr to come in and be the lethal bowler. Imagine having all this combined in one. Like I feel like the players, I think even Jared Kimber had a conversation where he put up the stats where the games where Bumrah plays and the games where Bumrah doesn't play for India, the win percentage is extremely different. And you can say that a lot of factors come into it, but I just feel when Bumrah plays, those 4 overs, it's not just simple 4 overs. He puts so much pressure on the batsmen that they just stop scoring. They're like, okay, it's pretty much a 16-over game. We're gonna have to look at other batsmen to hit. I feel more than him himself picking the wickets, he's making the batsmen think that okay, runs are not gonna come from him. I've seen very few
Hmm.
batsmen. I can probably think of 2 or 3 batsmen who've taken him on, maybe not like more than like 5, 6 times and been successful. That
Bro, I just
speaks.
want to like again. I just want to make a confession. Like I'm again as India fans, we probably say that I'm speaking from an RCB fan perspective, somebody who hasn't supported Mumbai Indians. When we play Mumbai Indians, and when Bumrah is there, I actually feel like we're playing 16 overs. Like I'm not even joking. This is, and when they had Malinga and Bumrah both, to me, like for me again, I don't know about other RCB fans. Adi probably thinks it's still for me when Mumbai Indians had both Malinga and Bumrah, it was virtually playing a 12-over game. Like it felt like that. Like from like an RCB perspective. I
Yeah,
still feel like
exactly.
we play 16 overs when you
Like
have Bumrah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he pretty much
We
forces
scored
other batsmen to.
multiple 200s against MI when Bumrah and Malinga were playing, by the way.
Multiple 200s like when Bumrah and Malinga, I don't remember, but
Literally, we did. Don't you remember when ABD Virat scored like 230 odd in Wankhede, etc.? Like, bro, it's not like we've done it. Every time we play
I
Mumbai,
don't remember, but
especially in the Wankhede, Chinnaswamy, I remember so many times we scored 200. Like, it literally happens so many occasions. Like, easily. Over the last
I don't
three
remember.
seasons we played, we scored 200 last year in Wankhede. We scored, 180 in Chinnaswamy. We always score runs against Mumbai. I've never felt like Mumbai is one of the only teams I've felt like we always score a lot of runs, like over the
No,
years.
that's because of the wickets, but I'm saying like virtually because of the bowling, the
Yeah, but we
perfect
still,
bowler, he can keep you down.
actually, Mumbai is one of those teams we actually smack a lot when I think
No,
about
no,
it.
but
Like,
the point is like regardless, in those 4 overs, you don't get a lot. That's my point, and it's just how it is. He has an economy of 6.27. You just don't get that economy. It doesn't just come to you, right?
From
Like
a
that is
yeah,
something that
exactly.
he's doing.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know
Okay,
what more to say.
let's move on from Bumrah because I think it's an obvious shout. Adi, it's 2-1. I think we'll just settle that. Okay, a couple of other any let's quickly talk about the spinners before we go to again we'll decide on that second choice. You said the Chahal is one, Ravi Ashwin, Kuldeep Yadav are the top 3 spinners. You want to add Jadeja into the mix, you can. But Chahal is the leading wicket taker in T20s for India. He's played 80 matches. Of course, he's a little expensive. You expect that from a leg spinner, but yeah, 6 for 25 best figures is he's again he's a good shout. I think. Any of you have Chahal in the
I mean, to be fair, I'd rather put someone like Kuldeep Yadav over Chahal. Like, first of all, you look at the numbers. Kuldeep Yadav has played like half the games as Chahal. Okay, and he has about 30 wickets less, with an
yeah
average of 14 and an economy of 6.7. And you
yeah
compare that with someone like Chahal who has an average of 25 with an economy of 8. I think it doesn't even come close. And I've always felt like Kuldeep is one of those bowlers who've always gone under the radar. Like the things he does, like he comes in, he bowls quick, he keeps it tight. I've barely seen him get smashed for big numbers. He's changing the length. He has a good wrong one also, and I feel he's one of those bowlers who've gone really under the radar because of we've had like the so-called star-studded spinners. When you have bowlers like your Ashwin, like Jadeja is gonna play, like he's gonna be a bank player. So and then he has to compete with someone like a Chahal, who's a traditional right-arm leg spinner.
yeah.
So already his game time is pretty much restricted, and in that restricted game time, I feel he has done a lot more than with others with considerable more game time.
Yeah, I think the conversation becomes Kuldeep versus Chahal because as sad as it is, I think finger spinners are sort of overlooked in T20 cricket. Like they're not the wicket taking sort of prize bowlers that you want. But Adi, you have any spinners in there?
Bro, it's easily chill, bro. I don't think it's a contest even like close to anything. Bro, he's the leading wicket taker for India. He's the leading wicket taker in IPL. The only guy who has more than 200 wickets in IPL. He's been there for a very long time, bro. He's been so disrespected by, overall like Indian coaches, the Indian captains, where they've not taken him seriously in T20 World Cups. And he's really never gotten a chance to play T20 World Cups properly. I just don't get it from what aspect they've always not taken him and played him a lot. But he's easily the best. Like, bro, if you're consistently performing in the IPL, having 205 wickets, come to India, he has around 96 wickets. That's crazy for the amount of like games he plays and consistency is shown over the years. Like I don't think any other T20 bowler, especially Indian T20 bowler, gets so many wickets, and the number of wickets he takes is like it's crazy. He has what 3-4 wicket hauls for India, 5 wicket hauls for India. He has 7 4 wicket hauls in the IPL, 1 5 wicket haul. I mean, like getting 5 wickets in a T20 game, it's crazy. Like you get a 5 wicket haul in a Test game, when you have unlimited overs itself is a big achievement. Doing that in T20, it's another level because you only have 20 overs, especially bowling in stadiums. I mean, he's played for teams like RCB where he's bowling consistently in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Like, getting those amount of wickets in playing for an RCB team who's always, historically got smacked all over the park. Getting 205 wickets, I don't think anyone else comes close to that. We were talking about Bumrah. He has only 165 wickets in the IPL. If you want to take that as a comparison, and like he has 40 more wickets, and I just don't think overall he is for me the best T20 bowler to play because he's specialized in T20 format. Like I don't think anyone else can take it in that level. And not only for India but overall, you see all over the world. Like he's one of the only spinners who's been able to consistently play T20 format. Maybe apart from him, only Rashid is the only other one who's been able to. Rashid Khan has been the only guy who's able to play T20 to an extent, but I guess he's one of those few spinners where when they come into the IPL, they actually play well for a very long time.
I think there's another thing about Chahal that is very impressive. Like the numbers, 96 kids, all of that. Like he's got a 6'4" and all that. But the thing is, for a guy who doesn't get picked regularly for India, he's come and he's done the job. Like I feel like Kuldeep, on the other hand, has a better international standing. Almost like he gets picked for Test games, he gets picked for ODI games. So I feel like for somebody who's been sort of like pushed to the side, always been like rejected multiple times, for him to still come back and do his job, I think is a testament to his character also.
Yeah, Kuldeep has played 40 international T20 games for India, by the way, and Chahal has played 80.
Rishi, Adi Chahal
But
is 34.
he doesn't play your World Cups. That's the issue. Like
No, and
he's
he's
playing.
34 years old. He's not.
You realize Chahal plays those irrelevant games like India versus Ireland, India versus Zimbabwe, the random T20 games. He doesn't. You look at them in the actual T20 games when you want them to play. He's not playing. Like you look at the World Cup. He barely played the World Cups, right? Like you
Bro,
don't.
I think more than World Cup games, it's just the fact that Kuldeep is much younger. He's 5 years younger than Chahal, and he's and I just think like there is like personally, like I like Kuldeep off late in the last 1-2 years when he's like quickened his pace up. He's a little tougher to play, but Chahal has been consistent for like way too long. I think for me to say
Exactly.
no, like leave him aside. Kuldeep, I think, has found the best version of himself in the last 1-2 years, where he's really quickened it up. Like his average pace is probably in the 80s, right? So I think that's why I would say Chahal. But I wouldn't be. I'm okay with. I think both of them are class, especially the current version of Kuldeep. Like I think he's class. So, but I would still say Chahal. Like I would just edge it to Chahal. So, is she okay with Chahal? Like because
yeah, of course.
I don't think either way it makes too much.
Exactly.
So we put Chahal in there. Third best, any conversation? Like again, I don't know, but I think Bhuvi deserves it for the class new ball bowler he was. I think when in the shortest format, like especially when he burst onto the scene, somebody who could bowl with the new ball and just move it everywhere. The first six, get those wickets. And somewhere in the middle part of his T20 career, I think he developed a death bowling like skill also. Like he could nail Yorkers when he wanted to. Just pace wasn't on his side. I think deadly bowler on his day again. Just unlucky over the last few years to not be in the squad. But I'd put Bhuvneshwar as one of my favorite bowlers as also, like, because of the swing, and we never we never had a consistent swing bowler. Praveen Kumar came and went. We saw Deepak Chahar come and go. But I feel like Bhuvneshwar is one of those bowlers who stuck around for a good while. Again, 10 years, 87 matches for India, 90 wickets, 5 for 4 is his best. Yeah, I think he's class. Anybody else you guys want to discuss?
I mean, I still feel that Bhuvneshwar actually deserves the third spot, but then we have a fair few, at least a fair few shouts, like say your Hardik Pandya, your Arshdeep Singh. They're all not. I wouldn't say they're that far off, but I think just for the the stats, the kind of quality bowling that you mentioned, I don't think, at least for me, it's hard to look past Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Yeah, I think it's just the quality again, like in the sense that, dude, he would sometimes bowl 3 overs in the power play. With the restrictions in T20 cricket, not easy. So, yeah,
He's not the quickest, mind you. He's like, you have to nail your line and length when you're bowling at like your 130s and 120s.
Exactly. So, Adi?
Yeah, I think I get it. Like for me, I still put Bhuvi second over. Third would be Bumrah, first would be Chell. But yeah, for me, Bumrah, I'm always biased to play bowlers who can swing, especially the white ball in T20. I think that's crazy. And bro, I still remember that game where Bumrah debuted, like the game in the Chinnaswamy Stadium where India played Pakistan. We scored very less. I think we scored around 130 odd that game. And I thought we won't be able to, I thought we were going to get smacked easily. I was like, what's the point of watching?
Yeah, was that his first game? Like, I think it was his first game ever.
It was second game, one of his first games for India. And I remember that game, bro. That first three, the entire power play spell he bowled, bro, it was insane, bro. Like, the Pakistan batsmen couldn't just play. They were like, I don't know what's happening. They just didn't know how to answer. I think he got 3 wickets that game also, like in the first 3, 4. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I remember the way he bowled, and I was like, and I was just a kid that time, and I was like, bro, this guy is crazy. And for me, I've always loved bowlers, as I said, who can swing the ball, especially white ball in T20. And he's one of the only few guys who could do it both ways. You just don't know what to get. Like the way he bowled that, bro, I can still remember that, like the way he bowled. Like it was literally, I was confused. I'm like, I never knew you can do this in a white ball. Like it's just going everywhere. And I was like, bro, I was mesmerized. And I think for me, it's just the biasness of that. It's always going to stick, in my head. And it's not just that, like, we've seen what he's done. He's been consistent in the IPL. Maybe the last few years has been bad for him. He's gone through a lot of injuries also, etc. But like, bro, whenever he's in his prime, I think he's one of India's best ever white ball bowlers anyways. And yeah, for me, I would like always put him top 2, especially in T20 for sure.
So we've come to an agreement on the 3 in the top 3. I guess Bumrah, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and Yuzi Chahal make the top 3. I think honorable mentions go out to Arshdeep Singh, who, again, to be fair, like Adi said, Bhuvi could move it both ways. Another bowler who has seen in recent time can move it both ways, Arshdeep. But of course, I think he's a little more erratic than.
By the way, he has 2 wickets lesser than Bumrah. By the way,
yeah,
in 14 games less. In 14 games less.
You can tell from the like. He would hit like Arshdeep is a little way too erratic. He's probably has to get that control in. But yeah, of course, Pandya is up there as well because he's played a lot of games. Ashwin, Kuldeep, Jadeja, all these guys, some honorable mentions. But yeah, that's where we are, top 3. Thanks everyone for joining in. Please do like and share the video, subscribe to SportsKhabri. See you soon. Goodbye.